Hello, everybody, and welcome back to artofdino.com and saveearth.us. And happy/whatever Halloween. It's one of my least favorite holidays. I think it's kind of satanic, demonic. It's weird because on this day I have zero creativity. I have creativity coming out of my ear everywhere at all times of the year ever, except on Halloween, and I can never think of a costume, and I think it's just a subconscious thing that I don't really care. But either way, I like these costumes. These are the old costumes of the cultures that we have lost, and I include some of the translated text below, but this is a great artwork in general, and amazing just collection of things that we're missing. I believe it's from the 1840s. I'll include the link below. I found it on David Rumsey, but it contains a lot of cool information too, like different things about the dress, the unique dress to each place, each culture, how many cultures there are, and this is only like a handful of the probably near infinite amounts of unique cultures that you'd find in different segments of the world, especially depending on people that are separated from each other. Who knows the customs that have been lost to time and that have existed and risen and disappeared, or maybe still go and we don't even know. But there's some cool ones here, like Swedish. It says the ladies of the cities of Sweden have adopted European dress. That is to say, they follow French fashions to a greater or lesser extent. The national costume is disappearing more and more. Chuvash, the tribe of Turkish origin, is one of the many peoples of Russia, most distinguished by the singularity and pretentious richness of the costume of its women. So it goes over Hungarian. The Greek one's pretty cool. Greek, despite their intermingling with other peoples, Greek women have always retained several traits of their ancestors: lively, lighthearted, and witty. They love dressing with passion. The Greeks on the island of Mykonos, the costume of Greek women is very graceful, and that of Milos, an island in the archipelago, is especially remarkable in this respect. Greek women are of a bold character. Samoyed, this people of Russia leads a nomadic life. They are peasant and ignorant. The women dress in reindeer skins. Their dresses, open in the front, are held up by a belt. Japanese common women are distinguished by a certain fashion. So many different things. Banyan, these women of the Hindus who engage in trade in Persia are active and intelligent. They partly regain the grace and vivacity of their native land. I like how it refers to Hindu down here. It says, despite the dark color of their skin, these women must be placed among the most beautiful in the world. They have much. Hindu women of the people of grace and amiability. Their intellectual faculties are exercised only on their attire and on the arrangement of the numerous jewels with which they like to adorn themselves. I'm assuming that's not it. Bavarian wear a small bodice called a rock, in whose the sleeves are very short, loincloths of muslin or silk. And again, every one of these people are wearing natural fibers. And I went down that rabbit hole once with some people that came into my art store, and they were like, wow, if you're wearing cotton, if you're wearing nylon, polyester, all this stuff, you're basically, your body's energy is getting sucked out and basically nullified. But you got to wear, that's why she recommended linen, which I'm ordering a pair of pants from soon. Organic linen, 100%, because they always put other crap in if you don't get 100%. But either way, all of these things were natural. They were not only natural fabrics, but they were jewels, and they were artworks. So they were beautifully colored, and they had the power of art, of handmade art within them, which is an amazing power. When you embed creativity into something, it turns magical. Let's see, Moorish in Africa. I'll just read a couple more. Beautiful, though dark-haired, Moorish women have an advantageous figure and are quite plump. They usually use everything to acquire this kind of beauty. Timbuktu, if the women of this mysterious city are as beautiful as the vague notions that we have of them represent, they are certainly the most elegant among African women. Cochin, China. They have much in common with the Chinese, for whom they descend. Their complexion is more olive, their dress less elegant. They wear several dresses of contrasting colors. So I definitely recommend checking a lot of these out. The Kalmuks, a flat face, narrow eyes, thick lips, a broad and flat nose, do not form a very pleasing whole. They have remarkably white skin. And again, this is coming from people that, are probably English and don't really get stuff, or definitely European. Guinean Negress, very limited intelligence, insurmountable indolence, in the habit of selling one another are the remarkable traits of the inhabitants of this part of Africa. Well, yikes. What a wild world it has been and was. And again, though, all unique cultures, and this is the thing that they try to destroy again. By having a new world order, by having the UN and all these countries lumped together and having people come in that are civilized to come and tame and basically regress all of these nations and the cultures within them. So it's really crappy to see. I wish we just still had this kind of uniqueness. And now the styles that people are dressing in are awful. The materials are horrible. They're made not from artwork made by a unique person. They're made in sweatshops and they're made in factories, and they have zero soul or spirit to them. It's very kind of disappointing. But this one right here kind of talks more about the race and the physiques of the race, which I found very cool as well. Again, you can check this out online and see that. Just zoom in on my thing and I tried to make it so you could see all the numbers of the people that are involved in this. But they've got all kinds of cool things. The Kalmuks and the Mongols. Let's see, Tartar. According to the Turks, the Tartars would belong to their race. Their features are reminiscent of those of the Kalmuks and the Mongols. In winter, they live in villages. In summer, they camp in tents. It's got the Chinese, the Hebrews. No Mongol or Tartar nation offers more characteristic features than the Kalmuks. Their eyes are slanted, their faces flattened. They have a yellow complexion. This people leads a Burmese life. The complexion of this people is less swarthy than that of the Indians. The Burmese are strongly built, of a warlike disposition, and ill-suited to commerce, agriculture, and the arts. And that's actually another interesting thing, is that some people are kind of, their bodies and their race are kind of geared towards battle and geared towards war, and others towards art. And again, I think it hints at things beyond this realm that have been going on for a long time and embedding in these people. And now it's, they're all changing, and people in power are fighting to eliminate all of this individuality and to just lump it into a garbage dump of nonsense culture. And then you get things like Halloween, where people try to outscare everyone and traumatize little kids. What a great place. Take me back to the old world, please. But I hope you enjoyed this from artofdino.com and saveearth.us.